Hey, big sis! So, how's that solo honeymoon treating you? I mean, is it peaceful? So searching? Or are you just sitting in a resort somewhere binging room service and pretending you're not completely miserable?
I really don't know what you're trying to get out of this. You reaching out like this, it's weird and unnecessary.
Wow, okay. That's kinda cold, don't you think? I was just being nice, checking in. God forbid I try to be friendly with my sister for once.
Cindy, I told you not to contact me again. I wasn't being vague about it. I made it very clear after everything that happened. I don't know what part of "we're done" didn't quite register with you.
Oh, come on, Leah. That whole cutting me off thing was like, what, 2 years ago now? You're married. I was married. Now I'm not. We've clearly both moved on, right? Can't we just admit that we're living totally separate lives now and leave all the drama in the past?
Just because time has passed doesn't mean I've forgotten what you did. You didn't just date someone I liked, Cindy. You took the man I was engaged to right before my wedding. That doesn't just fade with time.
Okay, yeah, I get it. You're still upset. But honestly, holding on to all that bitterness, it's not a good look. Like, seriously, it's gonna age you faster than stress wrinkles. You should think about that, for real.
If your goal here is to annoy me, congratulations. Mission accomplished.
Look, all I'm saying is things happened. You married someone else, I married the guy you were supposed to marry, and we both kind of went our separate ways. We each got a slice of the happy ending pie. It's not like either of us lost out.
I'm not interested in comparing lives with you. I don't need closure or updates or whatever this is. I'm fine. I don't need to revisit any of it.
Okay, but here's the twist. I'm actually not married anymore. Yep, surprise. Got divorced, officially, legally, emotionally, all of it.
You divorced him? Wait, what?
Sure did. Signed, sealed, delivered. Done. And now I'm living free, baby. No boring dinner conversations, no diaper explosions, no snooty mom circles. I'm just doing whatever I want, whenever I want. Feels amazing.
I'm honestly kind of shocked. I thought you two were living that picture-perfect life. You had a kid, a house, all of it.
Oh, we had all that for like 5 minutes, but then the cracks started showing. No friends, no support system, no one dropping by with casseroles or cute onesies. It was like I hit fast forward on my own social funeral.
That's oddly specific.
I mean, do you have any idea how fast people turn on you when they realize you're the kind of girl who steals her sister's fiancé? Even PTA moms aren't that forgiving. They iced me out so hard I could have opened my own freezer aisle.
So you blamed a failed marriage on not being popular enough?
It was a lot of things, okay? But yeah, the whole suburban wife fantasy kinda went up in flames. And after the divorce, I figured I'd crash at mom's for a bit. You know, reset, regroup.
Let me guess, that's where this little reconnection attempt started.
Ding, ding, ding. I saw your number in her contacts and thought, wonder how the newlyweds are doing. So I reached out. And while I was at it, I figured I'd message your husband too.
You're not serious. Please tell me you're not serious.
Oh, I'm totally serious. It was just a curiosity thing at first. I mean, it's not like I planned it. I just thought, hey, let's see what kind of guy Leah married. And he's interesting.
Cindy, please tell me you didn't go behind my back and start messaging my husband.
Not behind your back if I'm telling you now, right? And relax, it was just chatting. Nothing scandalous. Unless you count a few flirty emojis.
You are absolutely unbelievable.
He replied, didn't he? And it wasn't just a one-time thing. We got into this rhythm. Late night talks, random memes, deep convos about life and stuff. Honestly, it felt kinda nice. Like I haven't laughed like that in ages.
You're telling me this like you think I'm supposed to find it amusing.
Well, you're the one on a honeymoon without a husband, right? So, maybe a little company is a good thing, even if it's me, or him, or both.
Cindy, I don't care what your intentions were. You don't get to insert yourself into my marriage just because yours fell apart. Whatever you think you're doing, you need to stop.
All right. Message received. Jeez, you don't have to snap. You used to be a lot more fun.
And you used to have boundaries. At least pretend you still remember what those are.
Wow, harsh. But I guess that's what happens when people grow apart, huh? 1 minute you're planning weddings, the next you're ghosting each other over brunch.
The only thing I need you to understand is this. I meant it the first time and I still mean it now. Don't contact me again. Not in a week, not in a year, not when you're bored or lonely. Just don't.
Okay, I get it. No need to make it dramatic. But hey, if you ever change your mind, you know where to find me.
Goodbye, Cindy.
Later, sis. And, tell your husband I said hi for me.
Hey, this might feel kinda random, but I just wanted to say congratulations. I heard from someone that you got married recently. They said your husband seems like a really solid guy.
Keith? Wow, okay. That's definitely not the message I was expecting to see today. I honestly thought we were done hearing from each other for good.
Yeah, I figured you'd be surprised. I wasn't sure if I should say anything, but I don't know, I guess I felt like I should. Like maybe it's the least I could do to at least say something decent after everything.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I did get married. We're actually still on our honeymoon right now.
Really? That's awesome. I hope it's been good. Peaceful, you know? You deserve that. Anyway, I also figured you might have already heard about me and Cindy. We're divorced now.
Yeah, I heard that too, not that long ago. I wasn't sure if it was true or just gossip, but I can't say I was shocked.
No, you wouldn't be. You always saw it clearer than I did. I don't know, Leah. Back then, I thought I was making some big, passionate decision, like I was following my heart or whatever. It all felt so dramatic and meaningful at the time. But once we got married, it was like nothing changed. She was still out constantly, hanging around with whoever, wherever. Even after the baby came, she barely looked back. I was the one waking up at night, making bottles, dealing with diapers, everything. She just floated around like nothing had changed.
That must have been a lot to carry. And honestly, I'm not saying this in a spiteful way, but I'm glad you finally see it now. You weren't the only one who got hurt back then, but it's good to hear you're trying to do right by your kid.
Yeah, I'm trying, really. It's been rough, not gonna lie. I've got no backup, no one to lean on, but this time I'm actually owning it. No more pretending, no more excuses. Just me and him figuring it out.
That's what matters now. What's done is done. You've got a chance to be a good father, and that's where your energy should go, as far as the past goes. I've moved on. I mean, really moved on.
That's good. Honestly, that's what I wanted to hear. I know I can't undo anything, but I do hope you're happy now. That's the real reason I reached out.
I am. It's a different kind of life now, and honestly, I didn't think I'd get here, but it's good. He's kind. He listens. I don't feel like I have to shrink myself down to keep the peace anymore.
That's huge! Seriously, I'm really glad to hear that.
Thanks.
Okay, well, I won't hold you up any longer. Enjoy your honeymoon.
Hey, before you go, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure, what's up?
Has Cindy tried contacting you again recently?
Me? No. Last time we spoke was when the divorce paperwork got finalized. We blocked each other after that, and as far as I know, she's stayed gone. Why? Did something happen?
Yeah, she just texted me a few hours ago. I blocked her old number, but I guess she got a new one. And not just me, she says she's been messaging my husband too.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
I guess some people never change, huh? Yeah, it seems that she wasn't satisfied with just taking you from me. Now she wants my husband too.
Wow! I mean, I shouldn't be shocked, but that's seriously messed up. I didn't think she'd take it that far.
She's such a stark contrast with you too. You genuinely seem to have learned from your mistakes and are working your hardest to support your child. I didn't think you guys were in touch, but if you knew something, anything that might explain this, I'd really appreciate you letting me know.
So, does this mean that she's actually, going out with your husband right now?
No, that's just the thing. She and my husband have never even met. And yet she wants me to believe they're texting each other every day? I'm far more confused than I am angry, honestly.
Wait a second. Oh no! I think I know what's going on, and it's all my fault!
Go ahead and tell me all about it.
Dang it, I would, but the baby just started crying his head off, like full meltdown mode.
Go take care of him. It's fine.
Thanks. I'll message you again later once he's down.
All right. Talk soon.
So, tell me something. How's that lonely little honeymoon of yours going? Because I gotta say, a romantic getaway without the romance sounds more like a sad solo trip to me. Like, what are you even doing? Just sipping overpriced cocktails alone and pretending not to notice the empty seat across from you?
Cindy, what exactly is the point of this? If you're bored, find someone else to bother.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. I'm just being honest. I mean, your husband has been texting me practically the entire time you've been on this farce of a honeymoon. Like, literally all day, every day. You seriously haven't noticed? Because if I were you, I'd be asking myself why my brand new husband was spending so much time on another woman.
Except he's not spending time with you. He's completely focused on me right now. So maybe try stepping out of whatever fantasy world you've built for yourself.
How clueless can you be? Like, seriously, this is just sad. Your precious husband? Yeah, he's already checked out. You're just delaying the inevitable.
You really think this is some kind of competition, don't you?
Competition? Sweetie, there is no competition between you and me. This game was over before it started. You just haven't caught up yet. This isn't your honeymoon anymore, Leah. It's mine.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean that I am going to spend the rest of your honeymoon with your husband, and you are going to go home and cry all by yourself. And I'm not asking permission.
You have completely lost your grip on reality. Did you think I would actually willingly go along with that psychotic plan?
It doesn't matter if you go along with it or not. It's happening. And do you want to know why I'm so sure of that? Your husband sent me a plane ticket. Round trip to Hawaii, baby.
Excuse me?
And you know what else? I'm already at the airport. Now, all I need to do is hop on the plane that your husband reserved for me, and I'll be on my way to paradise. Then I'll kick you out of the hotel room, and me and your husband can finally have the alone time we've been waiting for.
Have you ever considered becoming a screenwriter for a bad soap opera?
Believe me or not, I'm landing in Hawaii in a few hours. And once I get there, you can stop pretending. You've played the part. Now it's my turn. I'll be taking it from here.
You know, maybe instead of becoming a writer, you should just be committed to the nearest mental institution.
Aw, that's adorable. You still don't believe this is real. But like I said, I already made my choice. So go ahead and enjoy your last quiet night as his wife. Because starting tomorrow, you won't even be his side girl anymore.
Who the hell are you?
Huh? You know who I am. I'm your sister. What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
This is Dan. I'm Leah's husband. I'm the one you claim to have been messaging. So let's go ahead and clear something up right now.
Oh my god, finally! I was starting to think you were just gonna keep pretending. Dan, come on. Can we not do this little I don't know who you are bit? You've literally been texting me nonstop for weeks.
Need you to stop right there. I don't know what kind of story you've built up in your head, but I'm telling you this as clearly and directly as I can. We have never spoken before today. Not once. I've never sent you a message, I've never called you, and I've never given you my contact information.
What? Seriously? You're really gonna go with that? Dan, it's me. It's Cindy. We've been talking all the time. You told me you weren't happy with Leah. You said you felt trapped, and I was the one who made you feel free. You promised you'd bring me to Hawaii.
No, I did not promise you anything. I don't even know who you are beyond what Leah has told me. I didn't send you a ticket. I didn't tell you I was waiting. And I absolutely did not say anything about feeling trapped or wanting out of my marriage, because that's just not true.
Then how do you explain all the messages? The ones where you called me honey cakes and said I understood you better than anyone. You don't just forget that kind of connection.
Cindy, listen to me. I have never called anyone honey cakes in my life, and I sure as hell didn't send those messages. My phone died on the first day of our honeymoon. I dropped it in the ocean while running along the beach, and it sank. When I pulled it out, it was already done. No power, no data, nothing.
No, that doesn't make sense. We were still talking after that. You said you were counting down the days until I arrived. You said you couldn't wait to see me.
Then whoever said those things was not me. I literally couldn't have messaged anyone. It's not just my phone dying either. Leah's been with me every single day. There's been no secret texting, no late-night confessions. Whoever you were talking to, it wasn't me. And honestly, the way you're clinging to this fake connection, it's concerning.
Okay, seriously, just stop. You don't have to keep up this whole innocent act for her. You don't have to pretend anymore. You and I, we had something. You can't just erase that.
There is nothing to erase. There was never anything there. I never reached out to you. I never invited you into my life, and I never asked for this conversation. So let me say this as clearly as I can. I want you to stop contacting Leah. I want you to stop involving yourself in our marriage. Whatever fantasy you've been entertaining, it ends here.
Wow, so that's it? You're just gonna throw me away like I'm crazy?
I'm not calling you anything, but I will say this. I'm a lawyer, and if this continues, if you keep pushing, if you show up here, if you message either of us again, I will not hesitate to take legal action. This isn't a game to me, so I suggest you think very carefully before sending another word.
Okay, I think that should just about cover things, doesn't it? So now that we officially have nothing left to talk about, I'll be once again blocking your number. Any further attempts to contact me or my husband will result in immediate legal action. Have a nice life, or don't.
Leah, wait! You can't just leave me like this!
Yes I can.
No, you can't! Don't you get how insane this is?
That you're still talking to me despite multiple legal threats? Yeah, that is pretty insane.
That's not what I'm talking about! I mean, I genuinely thought I was talking to your husband, Dan, all this time! But now that I know it wasn't him, who in the world was it?
Oh, that. This is actually pretty hilarious, so I don't mind explaining it to you. You've been talking to your ex-husband and my ex-fiancé, Keith.
What? Keith? That was him? But I don't get it. Why?
Why do you think? When you broke up with Keith, you pushed your child onto him too, didn't you? I understood that you not only didn't fight for custody of your kid, you actively demanded that Keith take him off your hands.
Well, yeah, but I already told you being a mom was way less fun than it sounded. I would have been fine throwing that thing into foster care, but Keith was so determined not to do that, so I was like, fine, you take him. And that has nothing to do with you, by the way.
Yeah, I know. The personal issues between my ex-fiancé and my ex-sister are of no personal importance to me. I'm just explaining that this happened because you skipped town and haven't been paying your court-mandated child support payments to him. You're a deadbeat mom.
What? Is that really what it was all about?
Yep. He was apparently trying to track you down for quite some time and had given up at one point when all of a sudden a notification came across his screen. It was you talking to him and calling him Dan. So, he knew right away that you had accidentally texted him instead of this other guy, but rather than tell you right away, he decided to run with it. He didn't know who this Dan was, but he figured that if it would help him track you down, he'd become Dan for you. It wasn't until later when he realized that I was married to a man named Dan that he put two and two together and realized what was really going on. I don't blame him for not getting it right away. Taking care of a newborn by yourself when your wife's a total flake must do a number on the brain.
Oh my god, he tricked me! Man, this sucks! I was having so much fun talking to him, stealing your husband. But it was just my ex? Ugh.
You were pretty easy to trick, too. I know you got a new phone, but you seriously didn't realize you were calling your ex-husband's number? Anyway, that brings us to where we are now. Now, Cindy, here's a question for you. Why do you think you're in an airport?
Huh? Now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. Like I thought he was actually inviting me to come to Hawaii with him. Why would he get me this ticket if this was all just an act?
I already told you. He wanted to find you.
Wait.
Looks like you're starting to catch on. He knew that the only way he would be able to get his hands on you and force you to pay what you owed him was to get you locked down where he could find you. And now he has you right where he wants you.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta run and hide. This can't be happening. I thought there was no way he'd ever find me again.
Don't bother. He just sent me a message a little while ago. He's already in the airport, so you'll be hearing from him very, very soon. As for what he's going to do with you, well, let's just say it's not going to be fun. Good luck, Cindy.
Things finally settled down on my end. I still can't believe we actually pulled it off, but yeah, Cindy's been officially handled.
Thank God. Maybe now I can get a moment's peace without my sister texting me out of the blue about stealing my husband.
Oh yeah, she won't be bothering you anymore. Right after we grabbed her, I took her straight to that factory her parents run. They were waiting. Not thrilled, but ready. She's gonna be living there, working full-time, under supervision. They'll deduct child support from her paycheck and send it right to me.
Wow, excellent. Sounds like everything worked out for everyone in the end. Everyone except Cindy, that is.
That's right. No more running, no more excuses.
Well, I've got to hand it to you. All that effort pretending to be my husband actually paid off. Twisted as it was, you pulled it off.
Yeah, about that. I really am sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have suspected something right away when she started telling me, as Dan, that she'd be better for me than Leah. But I mean, there were plenty of Leahs in the world, I guess. I never expected this would blow up your honeymoon. I'm really sorry for that. And could you pass my apologies on to Dan, too?
Sure, I'll let him know. Honestly, he didn't seem all that upset. Probably because he was more focused on making sure I didn't lose my mind.
If Cindy ever tries anything again, or if she breaks the agreement somehow, would Dan be willing to help out again? You know, like, legally?
He already said he would, but let's hope it never gets to that point again.
Yeah, that'd be best. I don't ever want to drag you two into this again.
Then just focus on your kid. That's the only thing that matters now.
I will. I'm gonna do everything I can to become someone he can actually be proud of. Being a single dad isn't gonna be easy, but I'm not backing down.
I'm glad to hear that. Best of luck to you and your son, Keith. From what I've heard, Cindy's still working full-time at that live-in factory. Apparently, she's been putting in real effort, showing up every day, doing the work. There have been a few escape attempts here and there, of course, but with security cameras all over the place, she never makes it far. They always catch her on tape and bring her straight back. As for Keith, he's been holding it down as a single dad. Balancing his job and raising a kid isn't easy, but he's been giving it everything he's got. People still give him a hard time sometimes, especially those who remember our breakup. But little by little, they're starting to come around. The way he stepped up as a father is starting to change how people see him, and honestly, he's earning it.
You really got a lot of nerve, Samantha.
What's gotten into you all of a sudden, Nicole?
You're the only one getting special treatment in this house. Just because I'm the in-law living here doesn't mean you should get treated so differently.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Nick.
No, it's about you living in the house rent-free. Jimmy and I have been paying $1,000 monthly, and you just get to stay there without contributing anything. How is that fair?
I know it might seem strange, but there are specific reasons behind this arrangement. My parents and I have discussed this in detail.
Discussed what? That you get special treatment? I want to understand why you're the only one exempt from household expenses. Jimmy and I are struggling to make ends meet, and you're just skating by.
It's not as simple as you're making it sound. My situation is unique because of how my expenses were managed growing up. My brother Jimmy, for instance, went to an expensive private college and even repeated a year.
So what? That doesn't explain why you get to live there for free right now. We're paying $1,000 every single month, and you contribute nothing.
That $1,000 is actually a fantastic deal for this location. Think about it. You're getting prime real estate at a fraction of market rate. Have you looked at rental prices in this area lately?
Of course I have, but that doesn't change the fact that you are not paying anything. You must have savings piled up from not paying expenses, but can't you help us out?
Help you out? What exactly are you suggesting? I'm not responsible for your financial situation.
I'm suggesting you owe us money, specifically $10,000 to cover our current debt. We're struggling because of the expenses while you're just sitting pretty.
Owe you? That doesn't make any sense. How did you calculate that I owe you anything?
Because we're in debt because of the high household expenses. Between the $1,000 monthly cost, our car loan, and trying to maintain our lifestyle, we've accumulated $10,000 in debt. And that's entirely because we're covering your share of the expenses.
Wait, what? Now you want to blame your financial mismanagement on me? That's absolutely ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. You've been living expense-free while we struggle. We've been carrying the financial burden for the entire household. The least you could do is help us out of this mess.
My parents made a decision about my living situation. That has nothing to do with you or Jimmy accumulating debt. Your financial problems are not my responsibility.
They are our shared family's problem. You have savings from not paying expenses. You could easily help us right now.
Absolutely not. You're not going to guilt trip me into paying for your poor financial choices. Maybe you should focus on managing your own money more responsibly.
So you're just going to sit there and do nothing while we're drowning in debt? Some sister-in-law you are.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Your attempt to blame me for your financial situation is completely inappropriate. This conversation is over.
Oh, so you're just going to walk away? That's your solution?
What exactly do you want from me, Nicole? A blank check?
I want you to acknowledge your privilege, living here without contributing while we struggle.
My arrangement with my parents has a history you know nothing about. They helped Jimmy through college, paid for his wedding. Your wedding, I might add.
Ancient history we're talking about right now. Jimmy works 60 hours a week while you lounge around this house rent-free.
I contribute in ways you don't see. Who drove Mom to all her doctor's appointments last month? Who maintains this house when things break?
Oh, please. Changing a light bulb doesn't compare to thousands in expenses.
You've got some nerve criticizing family arrangements you barely understand. Did you know I helped my parents refinance this house last year? Saved them $600 monthly.
That doesn't justify freeloading now.
You know what? I've maintained my composure long enough. You waltz in here demanding money like you're entitled to my savings? The audacity is breathtaking.
Keep playing the victim, Sam. It suits you.
I'm not your personal bank or your scapegoat. Maybe examine your own spending habits before pointing fingers.
Hey, Sam, I heard about your conversation with Nikki. Things sound pretty intense between you two.
That's an understatement. She came at me guns blazing about my living situation. Nicole seems to think I'm responsible for their financial problems. It was hardly a friendly chat.
Nikki can be pretty intense when she feels backed into a corner. I'm sorry it went down like that. Nicole's been super stressed about money lately. To be honest, we're in a really tight spot right now.
I gathered that from her accusations. High-interest loans, I'm guessing. How bad are we talking?
It's worse than bad, Sam. The website we borrowed from has rates that are basically highway robbery. We're barely making a dent in the principal. Every month, most of our payment goes straight to interest.
That sounds like textbook predatory lending. You really have to be careful with those financing websites. Have you looked into debt consolidation or spoken with a financial advisor?
We've tried, but our credit is cooked right now. Which is why I'm reaching out to you. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you be willing to help us out?
What do you mean? How can I help? Nicole already tried to guilt me into giving you money earlier today.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I was hoping you might be willing to lend us the money to pay off our debts. We would pay you back with interest.
Wow, Jimmy, that's a big ask. You're talking about a significant amount of money.
I know, and I wouldn't ask if we weren't desperate. But you're my sister, and I trust you more than any bank. We could draft up a formal loan agreement and everything.
A formal loan agreement? So this wouldn't just be a casual thing between siblings?
No, we'd treat it like a real financial contract. Interest, repayment schedule, the whole 9 yards. I want you to feel protected, and I want to do this right.
I appreciate you wanting to formalize it, but Jimmy, $10,000 is a lot of money. I need time to think it over. A proper loan, not a family handout. And you'd be willing to put everything in writing?
100%, Sam. We'll draft a formal loan agreement. Clear interest rates, rock solid repayment schedule. Whatever terms you think are fair.
You understand how serious this is, right? This isn't just another family favor we'll forget about. This is a legal financial agreement with real consequences.
Trust me, I get it. Nikki and I are desperate to get out from under these debt payments. If we keep going like this, we'll be underwater forever.
I have the savings to cover the $10,000. And frankly, I'd rather you owe me than some loan shark.
Wait, seriously? You'll do it? Sam, you're a lifesaver right now.
Slow down. I didn't say yes definitively. If we do this, it's completely professional. No casual sibling shortcuts.
Totally understood. I'll draft something up tonight that's airtight. Nikki will review and agree to whatever we put together.
I want every detail documented. Detailed repayment schedule. Clear consequences for missed payments. No exceptions, no wiggle room.
You got it. You're being more than fair. I promise we'll stick to every single term. This means everything to us right now.
Let's meet tonight. I want to go over every single line of that agreement.
You're the best, Sam. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. Nikki and I won't let you down.
Okay, we'll see about that. See you tonight.
I can't believe you asked your sister for money behind my back. What were you thinking?
I was thinking that we're drowning in debt and I don't know how else to fix it. Sam is family. I thought she might be willing to help.
Family? She's living rent-free while we struggle to make ends meet. You really think she cares about helping us?
That's not fair, Nick. You don't know the full story here. And yes, I do think Sam cares. She's considering giving us the loan, isn't she?
Oh, how generous of her, considering it. Meanwhile, I'm over here working my butt off trying to keep our heads above water.
I'm working hard too, Nicole. You're not in this alone. I'm trying to find solutions.
Solutions? Like asking your sister to bail us out? That's not a solution, Jimmy. That's a handout.
It's not a handout, it's a loan. A formal loan with a contract and interest and everything. I'm not just asking for free money.
I don't care what you call it. It's humiliating. We should be able to handle our own problems without running to your family for help.
Sometimes people need help, Nick. There's no shame in that. We're in over our heads and I don't know what else to do.
What about cutting expenses, getting second jobs, selling stuff we don't need? There are options besides begging your sister for cash.
We've cut everything we can, and with our work schedules, second jobs aren't realistic. Believe me, I've thought about all the options.
Clearly not all of them, if the best you could come up with is hitting up Samantha for a loan.
Why are you so against this? Sam wants to help. She's not judging us or looking down on us. She's being supportive.
Supportive? She's probably loving this. Little Miss Perfect getting to swoop in and save the day while we grovel at her feet.
Wow. Is that really what you think of my sister? That she's some kind of smug savior looking to hold this over us?
I think she's enjoying her cozy little rent-free life while we drown. And I think you running to her for help is a slap in the face.
A slap in the face? I'm trying to save our financial lives here, Nicole. I'm trying to keep us from going under.
By putting us in debt to your sister? Great plan, Jimmy. I'm sure that won't have any negative repercussions.
It's better than the alternative. Or would you rather just keep sinking deeper into the hole we're in until we can't climb out?
I'd rather we find a way to fix this ourselves without involving your family and their money.
Well, unless you've got a secret stash of cash somewhere, I don't see how we do that. We need help, Nicole. We can't do this alone.
I can't believe this is where we are, relying on your sister to bail us out. It's pathetic.
What's pathetic is your attitude. Sam is offering to help us, and all you can do is throw shade and insults.
Forgive me if I'm not jumping for joy at the idea of owing your sister a small fortune. It's bad enough she gets to live for free while we struggle.
You know what? I'm done arguing about this. Sam is willing to help. I'm taking the loan. End of discussion.
Oh, so it's just unilateral decision time? What about how I feel? What about my input?
Frankly, right now, your input sounds a lot like pride and pettiness. I'm trying to save our financial future. If you can't get on board with that, I don't know what to tell you.
Unbelievable. Do whatever you want, Jimmy. Take your sister's money. But don't expect me to be happy about it.
I expect you to be grateful that we have a lifeline. I expect you to stop insulting my family and accusing them of ill intent.
I'll stop insulting them when they stop looking down their noses at us from their rent-free high horse. Until then, I guess I'm just the ungrateful wife.
You know what? I can't talk to you when you're like this. I'm going to work. We'll discuss this later when you've calmed down.
Sure, run away. That's your solution to everything, isn't it? Running to work, running to your sister.
I'm not running. I'm being an adult and removing myself from a hostile situation. I suggest you take a beat and think about whether your pride is worth sabotaging our chance to get out of debt.
Don't patronize me, Jimmy. I'll think about what I damn well please. Have a great day at work.
Yeah, you too, Nick. I'll see you tonight.
I can't take this anymore. You living here for free is driving me absolutely crazy. Jimmy and I are killing ourselves working, paying $1,000 a month. And you get to sit around doing nothing.
Are you seriously messaging me about this again? We already discussed this yesterday.
Disgust? You mean you dismissed everything I said? I want you out of this house right now.
You're ordering me out? You want me to get out of my own home? You and whose army?
Watch me. I've already packed your bags. They're waiting outside.
What? Where do you get off going through my personal belongings, going over my head? This is absolutely unacceptable.
What's not acceptable is you freeloading. Jimmy and I work hard every single day. We're struggling with debt and you get a free pass.
A free pass my parents decided on. This has nothing to do with you.
I don't know whether you noticed or not, but everything about this house has to do with me. We're paying $1,000 a month for a tiny bedroom. Do you know how much that impacts our budget?
Those are the terms my parents set. If you don't like it, you're free to find other accommodations.
Oh, I'm going to do more than that. You're a leech, and leeches get sprayed with Raid. Get out now.
You calling me a leech? Let me refresh your memory about something.
What are you talking about? Just leave already.
That $10,000 loan Jimmy and I discussed? There's more to that story than you know.
What loan? What are you talking about? Jimmy didn't mention any loan to me.
Of course he didn't. but I know exactly how much your family has received from my parents. The student loans, the car down payment. All of those times you've been short on rent.
Those were gifts, family support. That's completely different from you living here for free.
Is it though? By my calculation, you've actually received around $100,000 from my parents.
What? That's impossible. You're making that up.
I keep detailed records. Every single financial transaction. Would you like me to break it down for you?
This is crazy. You can't just claim we owe that much money.
Oh, but I can. And I just added a very specific clause to that loan agreement Jimmy and I discussed.
What clause? What are you talking about?
If either of you default on the loan or tried to interfere with our agreement, the entire $100,000 becomes immediately due.
What? You can't do that.
Well, I just did. Clock's ticking.
Nikki, what's going on? I'm getting these weird messages from Sam.
Jimmy, we need to talk. Your sister just threatened to destroy us financially.
What? What are you talking about? Samantha would never do that.
Oh, really? Then why did she just inform me that if we default on the loan or try to interfere with her living situation, we'll owe her $100,000 immediately?
$100,000? That doesn't make sense. The loan was only for $10,000. What is she talking about?
Apparently, Little Miss Perfect has been keeping track of every penny we've ever borrowed from your parents. And it adds up to a whole lot more than $10,000.
I had no idea it was that much. But Samantha must have a reason for doing this. She wouldn't just spring this on us out of nowhere.
Oh, wake up, Jimmy. She's been waiting for a chance to lord her money over us. And now she's got us right where she wants us.
Nicole, just stop. I know you're upset, but attacking Samantha isn't going to help. We need to look at this objectively.
Objectively? She's threatening to ruin us financially. What's objective about that?
Nick, listen to me. We've been irresponsible with money for a long time. We've been living beyond our means and relying on my family to bail us out.
So what? This is our fault? We deserve to be saddled with a $100,000 debt because we needed help?
That's not what I'm saying, but we have to take responsibility for our actions. We can't keep running to my parents or Samantha every time we're in a bind.
But $100,000, Jimmy. That's an impossible amount. We'll be paying that off for the rest of our lives.
I know it seems overwhelming, but we'll find a way to manage it. We'll cut back on expenses, maybe pick up some extra work.
Extra work? We're already working ourselves to the bone just to keep our heads above water. How are we supposed to take on more?
I don't know, Nick, but we don't have a choice. Samantha's given us a wake-up call. We need to start living within our means.
A wake-up call? More like a death sentence. She's going to destroy our lives, Jimmy.
No, she's not. Samantha's not heartless. She's trying to help us in her own way. We need to show some gratitude.
Gratitude for putting us in an even worse financial position than we were before?
For giving us a chance to pay off our debts and start fresh. I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but Samantha's doing us a favor.
A favor? Is that what you call it? Because from where I'm standing, it feels more like blackmail.
Nicole, please, getting angry at Samantha isn't going to change our situation. We need to accept responsibility and figure out a way forward.
I'm scared, Jimmy. I'm scared we're going to lose everything, our entire life.
I know, honey, I'm scared too, but we'll get through this together. We'll make a plan and we'll stick to it.
What if we can't? What if we default on the loan and Samantha comes after us for the full $100,000? We'll be ruined.
That's not going to happen. I won't let it. We're going to pay back every cent we owe to Samantha and to everyone else.
How can you be so sure? How do you know we won't end up homeless on the street?
Because I have faith in us, Nick. I have faith in our ability to overcome this. We've been through hard times before, and we've always come out the other side.
Not like this. Never like this. This is too big, Jimmy. It's too much.
I know it feels that way, but we can't give up. We have to face this head on and do whatever it takes to make it right.
I don't know if I'm strong enough. I don't know if I can handle the stress, the worry.
You are strong enough, Nicole. You're the strongest person I know. And you won't be facing this alone. I'm right here with you every step of the way.
Promise me, Jimmy. Promise me we'll get through this. That we won't lose everything we've worked so hard for.
I promise, Nick. We'll come out the other side of this. It won't be easy and it won't be fast, but we'll make it together.
Okay, I trust you. I don't like it, and I'm still furious with Samantha, but I trust you.
I know this is hard, and I know Samantha's actions seem harsh, but we have to believe she has our best interests at heart.
I don't know if I can believe that, Jimmy, but I'll try. For you, for us. I'll try.
That's all I can ask. We'll take this one day at a time, one payment at a time. We'll rebuild, Nick. I swear we will.
I hope you're right, Jimmy. I really, really hope you're right. Because the alternative is, I can't even think about it.
Then don't. Focus on what we can control. Focus on our plan to get out of this mess.
Okay, let's make a plan. Let's figure out how we're going to survive this.
We're gonna be okay. With a lot of luck, we'll be all right.
I love you too, Jimmy, more than anything. Let's just hope that's enough to get us through this nightmare.
Afterwards, with help from our parents, everything Jimmy and Nicole owned was sold and put toward repaying me. But it still wasn't enough for the full amount, so the desperate couple asked all their friends for help, but no one would lend them money. Eventually, they moved to a cheap apartment and borrowed from consumer finance companies to pay me back. The interest rates were extremely high, but they were apparently working hard to pay it back steadily. As for me, I moved straight into a luxury high-rise. When our parents visited, they said maybe we should sell the house and move too. Knowing those two, they'll probably come crying for us to live together again, and started procedures to buy the unit next to mine. And that's that.
Hey, honey, just wanted to check how you're doing. Did you get settled into your hospital room okay? The nurse at the front desk said you'd be in room 412. Did they get you situated with everything you need?
Yeah, the admission process went smoothly. I'm all set up in my room now. They've been really attentive. The doctor already came by to check on me and explain the treatment plan for my exhaustion.
That's great to hear. I know this hospital stay was sudden. Do you feel comfortable there? I was worried they might put you in a shared room, but I'm hoping you got a private one so you can rest properly.
As comfortable as I can be in a hospital, I guess. The staff seems really nice and attentive so far. And yes, thankfully I have a private room. The bed isn't great, but they gave me extra pillows, which helps. I'm just worried about Hazel. She must be so confused about where Mommy went. Is she doing okay?
She was pretty fussy when she realized you weren't home this morning. I think she misses you a lot. She kept looking around the house for you and got upset when she couldn't find you. I tried showing her your picture, but that just made her cry more.
My poor baby. I hate that I can't be there to comfort her right now. This is the first time I've been away from her overnight. Honestly, Blake, are you sure you can handle taking care of her all by yourself? A 1-year-old is a ton of work, and you're not used to doing it full time.
I know it'll be challenging, but I want to do this. You need to focus all your energy on getting better right now. Don't worry about me and Hazel. I'll make sure she's well taken care of until Mommy comes home.
I really appreciate you stepping up like this. I'm just concerned it'll be too much for you to juggle on top of your job. Maybe we should see if my parents can take Hazel for a bit. I'm sure they'd be happy to help out while I'm in the hospital.
I actually already spoke to my boss and arranged to take the next 2 weeks off so I can be there for Hazel. Work was really understanding about the situation. They agreed I should be home right now.
Wow, I can't believe you got that much time off on such short notice. That's amazing. You've never taken more than a day or two off before, even when I begged you to use your vacation days for our anniversary trip. And they were okay with you being out for a full 2 weeks? I thought your team was in crunch mode on that big project.
They were, but my manager said family comes first. He told me not to worry about work at all, not even checking emails. I guess they realized I've been putting in too many late nights lately. The project can survive without me for a while. So you'll have my full attention on your recovery, and I can be a full-time dad to Hazel until you're better. No distractions.
I'm so relieved to hear that. I remember you complaining about the company not caring about work-life balance. That's a huge change in attitude from them.
Oh yeah, I remember saying that. The tune changed at work with a new manager and HR team. It's really helped improve morale at the office. They've been implementing a bunch of new family-friendly policies. I think they realized they were burning people out. My old manager would have never approved this, but the new one is much more understanding about family emergencies.
Great! Knowing you can devote yourself 100% to Hazel's care while I'm in here takes a huge weight off my shoulders. The doctor says I need at least 10 days of complete rest to recover from this exhaustion. It's been building up for months. I was really stressed about how we were going to manage everything. You've eased a lot of my anxiety about the situation.
I'm glad. The last thing I want is for you to be lying there worrying about things at home. You need peace of mind to heal. I know my long hours at work have put a lot on your plate. Taking care of Hazel 24/7 on top of the housework was too much for one person. I feel terrible that you ran yourself into the ground trying to do it all. But I'm gonna step up now so you can focus on your health.
I really appreciate you acknowledging that. I was starting to burn out, but I didn't want to admit it. I kept thinking I should be able to handle everything. The baby, the house, the cooking, but it just got to be too much. Having your support means the world to me. Thank you for being there and putting your family first. It means everything.
You and Hazel will always be my #1 priority. I know I don't say it often enough, but you're an incredible mom and partner. You've been doing the heavy lifting with Hazel since day one. It's my turn to take over and give you a break. Hazel and I are so lucky to have you, so please just concentrate on getting better. No stress, okay?
Okay, I'll do my best to relax and trust that you have things handled at home. I love you so much. The nurses are telling me I need to get some rest now. I'll text you later when I wake up. Give Hazel a kiss from me and tell her Mommy loves her.
I love you too. Get some rest and give me a call anytime if you need anything or just want to talk. I'll send you pictures of Hazel throughout the day so you don't miss anything. She's playing with her blocks right now. Hazel and I will come visit as soon as we're allowed so she can see her mommy. For now, you focus on healing.
Sounds good. Give Hazel a big kiss from me and tell her Mommy will be home to snuggle her as soon as I can. And Blake, thank you again for being such a supportive husband. I don't know what I'd do without you right now. I'll text you when I wake up from my nap. Love you both so much.
Will do. Talk to you soon, honey. Remember, no worrying. I've got this. Hazel and I will be fine. You just rest and follow the doctor's orders. Love you too. Sweet dreams.
Amber, I cannot believe you right now. What were you thinking leaving Hazel on my doorstep like this? You didn't even call to check if I was available. You know I have plans this week. What? Scarlett, I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't leave Hazel anywhere. I haven't even seen Hazel since yesterday morning when I was admitted. Don't play dumb with me. I told you and Blake multiple times that I cannot watch Hazel this week. I'm leaving for my annual trip with my college friends today. This has been planned for months. Scarlett, I swear to you, I did not leave Hazel with you. Blake is supposed to be watching her. He told me he took 2 weeks off work specifically to care for her while I'm in the hospital recovering. I had no idea he was planning to drop her off with you. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I can't believe how irresponsible and selfish you're being, abandoning your child so you can go on some beach vacation. I saw the pictures on Instagram, Amber. You and Blake living it up on the sand while I'm stuck here with your baby. At least have the decency to be honest about your intentions instead of making up hospital stories.
Beach vacation? Me and Blake? What pictures?
Scarlett, I promise you, I am not on any vacation. I don't know what pictures you're talking about or what Blake told you, but something isn't right here. I knew you two were having a hard time, but I didn't think you'd resort to something this low. Dumping your unwanted kid on me so you can have fun? Your generation doesn't know the first thing about responsibility.
I would never do that to you, Scarlett. I had no idea Blake left Hazel with you. He explicitly told me he was taking care of her while I'm in here getting treatment. And I'm definitely not on a beach somewhere. I physically can't travel right now. What Instagram photos are you talking about? I feel terrible that you had to cancel your trip, but please believe me when I say I had nothing to do with this. Blake lied to both of us.
No, I don't want to hear your excuses. What kind of mother leaves her sick child to go on a tropical vacation? It's despicable. You should be ashamed of yourself. Hazel deserves so much better than a self-centered, negligent parent like you.
Scarlett, please stop and listen to me. I am not on vacation. I did not abandon my child. I am in the hospital. I'm being treated for exhaustion. I'm in no condition to go anywhere right now. I don't know what photos you saw, but they weren't of me. I haven't left this hospital bed in days. If you don't believe me, call Silver Springs Hospital and ask for room 412. The nurse will confirm I'm here. I'm hooked up to IVs and everything.
What? You're in the hospital? But Blake's Instagram clearly shows him at the beach with a woman. I guess it's not a close-up shot, though. I just assumed the woman was you. If you're in the hospital, who is Blake with? Let me check his profile again. You're right. You can't actually see the woman's face clearly in any of these photos.
That's exactly what I'd like to know, because he told me he was taking time off work specifically to care for Hazel while I'm in here. I'm just as blindsided as you are right now. Can you send me screenshots? I didn't even know Blake had an Instagram. I can't believe he would do this while I'm sick and unable to care for our daughter. I'm so confused and hurt right now.
Oh my God, Amber. I'm so sorry for attacking you and calling you a bad mother. I shouldn't have assumed the worst. I just sent the screenshots to your phone. I should have known you would never abandon Hazel to go on a beach trip. That's not who you are. I let my anger get the best of me.
I understand your reaction given what you thought was happening. But I promise you, I had no part in leaving Hazel with you. I would never do that. I just received the photos. Well, that's definitely Blake, but the woman with him is not me. I have no idea who she is. I'm so sorry Blake put you in this position and lied to us both. You have every right to be upset and feel taken advantage of.
Well, he definitely lied about that. Not only did he leave Hazel here against my wishes, but now I find out he's on some beach vacation. Amber, I hate to even suggest this, but is it possible my son is having an affair?
The thought has definitely crossed my mind, as much as I hate to consider it. Nothing about his story is adding up. He told me he took time off work to care for Hazel, but instead he dumped her with you and flew to the beach with another woman? I plan to call him immediately and confront him about all of this. Leaving Hazel with you, lying about work, and who he's on that trip with.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. He needs to know his lies have been exposed. I'm not going to cover for him. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this on top of being in the hospital.
I appreciate your support, Scarlett. I just can't wrap my head around the idea that he'd lie to me and abandon Hazel for a beach getaway with someone else. Now that I think about it, there have been signs. He's been distant lately, always on his phone and getting defensive when I ask simple questions. His actions aren't those of an innocent man. I need to get to the bottom of this. He has a lot of explaining to do.
Of course, you should hear his side. I really hope there's a reasonable explanation for all this. But Amber, even if he's not having an affair, him leaving Hazel with me when I said no and lying about work is still a huge problem. Taking leave for childcare but doing nothing while dumping everything on you. You're absolutely right. His dishonesty and total disregard for both of us is unacceptable. I won't stand for it. Regardless of whether there's another woman involved, the fact that he abandoned his responsibilities as a father when I needed him most is devastating. I'm going to take some time to collect my thoughts, and then I'll call him. He better have one hell of an explanation for this. I'm so sorry, honey. You focus on getting answers from him, and I'll take care of Hazel until we figure this out. Don't worry about my trip. I was too hard on you earlier, and I feel terrible. You don't deserve any of this stress, especially not while you're in the hospital. Whatever happens with Blake, just know that I'm here for you and Hazel, your family, no matter what. You're an angel, Scarlett. Thank you for being so understanding. I hate that you're missing your trip because of this mess, but I'm so grateful Hazel is safe with you. It means so much to know I have your support. At least I know you're in my corner. I'll let you know as soon as I talk to Blake and hopefully get to the bottom of his lies. I have a bad feeling, but I need to know the truth. I think your instincts are probably right. A man doesn't lie to his sick wife and abandon his baby unless he's hiding something big. Call me after you talk to him, no matter what time. I want to know what he says for himself. Regardless, I'm here for you and Hazel. We'll get to the bottom of Blake's deceit. I will, Scarlett. Thank you again for everything. Give Hazel a kiss from me. I'm going to call Blake now. Wish me luck. I have a feeling I'm going to need it. No matter what happens, knowing Hazel is safe with you is my only comfort right now. Blake, we need to talk now. I know you're seeing my messages. Stop ignoring me and respond.
Hey, babe, what's going on? Is everything okay at the hospital? Sorry for the delay. Reception is spotty here. Is there something wrong?
No, everything is not okay. Far from it, actually. I just got off the phone with your mother. She told me you dropped Hazel off at her place this morning, even though she explicitly told you she couldn't watch her this week. Care to explain why our daughter is with your mother instead of with you like you promised?
Oh, damn, I totally forgot she had that trip with her friends, but I had to go into the office. I didn't have a choice. The Blackwell account had an emergency and they called everyone in. It was all hands on deck. I tried calling your parents, but they didn't answer, so Mom was my only option. I was going to pick Hazel up after work.
Really? Because when I spoke to you yesterday, you assured me you had taken time off to care for Hazel yourself. You said your boss was completely understanding and that you would be a full-time dad until I got out of the hospital. So which is it, Blake? Were you lying then, or are you lying now?
Right, I did say that, and I fully intended to do it, babe, I swear. But then this emergency project came up and I couldn't get out of it. My boss called first thing this morning and said they needed me in the office immediately. It was unavoidable. I was planning to work just a day and then be home with Hazel for the rest of the time, I promise.
So which is it, Blake? You either took time off to be with Hazel or you didn't. It can't be both. And what's this I hear about you being on some beach vacation? With another woman? Care to explain that? Because I'm looking at your Instagram posts from Bali right now. Funny, that doesn't look like your office to me.
What? Beach vacation? What are you talking about? I'm not on any vacation, Amber. I'm at work right now. Whatever you're seeing, it's not me. Someone must be using my photos or something.
Blake, enough with the lies. Your mom saw the pictures with her own eyes. Pictures of you at an outdoor tiki bar with another woman while your wife is in the hospital and your child has been abandoned with her grandmother. I don't know who she is, but I know it's not me, so you better start talking now.
Okay, just calm down. It's not what you think. Yes, those pictures are real, but it's just a huge misunderstanding. The woman in the photos is Violet. She works with me. We're just on a business trip. I swear it's totally professional. The company sent us to meet with potential investors at the White Sands Resort. It was very last minute, and I didn't want to stress you out with it.
What kind of business trip takes place at a beach resort? You work for a small local firm. Do you really expect me to believe that, Blake? How stupid do you think I am?
I know how it looks, but I promise it's the truth. This project is really high stakes and required us to travel to meet the client. I should have told you about the trip, but I didn't want you to stress about it in your condition.
Right, so you lied about taking care of our daughter, dumped her on your mom when she couldn't take her, and snuck off to play on the beach with another woman. But it was all for work and my own good? That doesn't explain why you told me you had taken time off to care for Hazel. If this was a legitimate work trip, why not just tell me that? I cannot believe the nerve of you, lying to my face, neglecting our child, humiliating me while I'm stuck in a hospital bed. You should be here, Blake, with your family.
Amber, please, you're getting too worked up over this. It's not good for you right now. I didn't want to do this trip, but I had no choice. I told you I was taking time off because I didn't want you to worry about a business trip. I thought it would be easier that way. You know how demanding my job is. I have to make these kinds of sacrifices to provide for our family. For you and Hazel.
Don't you dare try to spin this as some noble sacrifice. Abandoning your sick wife and child to go on a tropical work trip with a female colleague is not providing for your family, Blake. If this was really about work, you would have just told me the truth. You lied because you knew what you were doing was wrong. It's a betrayal, and you know it. You just didn't think you'd get caught. Well, surprise, you're busted.
You're blowing this way out of proportion. It was just a little white lie so you wouldn't worry unnecessarily. I was gonna tell you everything when I got back. And my mom is only watching Hazel for a day until I get home. I didn't abandon anybody. You're overreacting. Do you really think I'd jeopardize our marriage for a work trip? You know me better than that, Amber.
Blake, you have got to be kidding me. You have spun an elaborate web of deceit here. Lied to me, your work, your mother. This is not some small fib, and it's certainly not for my benefit. You knew you were in the wrong, or you would have been up front from the start. You don't hide things if you have nothing to be ashamed of. And frankly, I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is that you're in Bali with another woman while I'm sick in the hospital and our daughter is with your mother.
I told you this isn't a vacation. It's a high-pressure work trip. You think I want to be here instead of with you and Hazel? I don't have a choice, Amber. Client relations are critical, and if I back out now, it could cost me my job. Is that what you want? For me to throw away my career and our financial security because you're feeling a little insecure? Be reasonable. And Violet is just a colleague. There's nothing going on between us. You're creating drama out of nothing.
There is nothing reasonable about your behavior, Blake. And no job should ever require you to lie to your spouse and neglect your parental responsibilities. That's not normal, and I won't accept it. I don't know if you're telling the truth about this just being a work trip or if there's more going on with this Violet woman. But frankly, your dishonesty has made it so I don't feel like I can trust anything you say right now. Whether you're having an affair or just prioritizing work over your family, neither is acceptable to me. You've broken my trust completely.
Oh, come on. Now you're accusing me of cheating? That's ridiculous. Violet is just a co-worker from public relations. You're being paranoid. I get that you're stuck in that hospital and it sucks. But it's not fair to take it out on me when I'm just doing what I have to do to keep a roof over our heads. Cut me a little slack here. I'm working my butt off to support our family. This is the thanks I get. Accusations and guilt trips?
No, Blake, I will not cut you slack because I've been cutting you slack for far too long, and look where it's gotten me. Sick, stressed, and married to a manipulative liar who bails on his family first chance he gets. I don't know what's really going on with you in this beach trip, but I'm going to find out. And if you are having an affair on top of everything else, you better believe there will be consequences. I've reached my limit with you.
You're blowing this way out of proportion, so I didn't tell you about a business trip. Big whoop! People keep things from their spouses all the time! Look, I have to get back to this client meeting. We can talk more when I get home, and you've had a chance to calm down and see reason. I'm not the bad guy here, Amber.
You don't get to decide when we're done talking about this. And you don't get to make me the bad guy for reacting to your lies and poor choices. This conversation isn't over, Blake. Not by a long shot.
I don't have time for this right now, Amber. Some of us have actual work to do, not just sit around making wild allegations. You're clearly not in a rational state of mind. The doctors should check your medication because you're not thinking clearly. I'll deal with this overblown drama when I get home. Until then, try to remember who keeps the lights on around here. You should be grateful.
Grateful? Are you serious right now? Grateful for what exactly? You lying to me? Dumping our child on your mother? Disrespecting our marriage to go play on the beach with another woman?
Yeah, okay, I'm putting my phone on airplane mode now. I have a meeting to get to. Try not to work yourself into a frenzy while I'm gone. It's not a good look. We can continue this conversation when I'm back home and you've calmed down. Your imagination is running wild right now. And remember, stress isn't good for your recovery. Take a deep breath and relax. I'll call you tomorrow.
Don't you dare ignore me, Blake. Blake? Oh, we are so not done here, buddy. Not even close. When I get my hands on him, he'll wish he never even heard of the beach. Screw this guy. I can't believe I married such a selfish, lying jerk. Just wait until he gets home. This is far from over. Blake, I just got off the phone with your HR department. They told me some very interesting things about your supposed work trip. Apparently, you've been on paternity leave this whole time. Funny, since you told me they wouldn't approve your leave request. Care to explain why you're on the beach on paternity leave instead of taking care of your daughter like you're supposed to be?
You called my work? What the hell, Amber? You had no right to do that! That's a complete invasion of my privacy. You can't just call my workplace behind my back. So what if I took some personal time off? I'm entitled to my leave days. That's my decision. I don't need your permission.
You're right. You don't need my permission, but you do need to tell me the truth. And the truth is, you weren't on some urgent business trip. You were on vacation. Well, I've been sick in the hospital thinking you were taking care of our daughter. You were actually off playing on the beach with another woman.
Oh my God, not this again! How many times do I have to tell you? Violet is just a co-worker. There's nothing going on between us. We just happen to be taking vacations at the same time. It's a coincidence we ran into each other there. You're being paranoid and ridiculous. I took a few days off to recharge, so what? I work hard. I deserve a break.
A break? From what exactly, Blake? From being a husband and father? From dealing with your sick wife and infant child? Your HR manager also mentioned that you specifically requested paternity leave to care for your child while your wife was hospitalized. That doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. You lied to me, to your work, to your mother, all so you could sneak around with this Violet woman behind my back.
You know what? I'm done arguing with you about this. Think whatever you want, Amber. I'm tired of defending myself to you. Yes, I took paternity leave, so what? I needed a mental health break after months of stress. You clearly don't believe me, so what's the point? You've already decided I'm guilty.
Because you are guilty, Blake. Guilty of lying and emotional betrayal. You fraudulently used paternity leave meant for childcare to go on vacation while dumping our daughter on your mother without even telling her. How could you abandon me and Hazel to go on a secret vacation with another woman? Do you have any idea how humiliating and hurtful that is?
You want to talk about hurt? How about how suffocating it is to be married to you? Can't even take some R&R without being accused of infidelity. Do you have any idea how exhausting it is to be with someone who's constantly monitoring my every move? Questioning every decision I make? I'm so sick of being made to feel like a criminal for wanting a little freedom and fun. Maybe if you weren't such a nag, I wouldn't need to lie.
So I'm a nag because I expect honesty and respect from my husband? Wow, Blake, you have some nerve. I've never monitored your moves or questioned your decisions before this. I trusted you completely. That's why your betrayal hurts so much. You know, if being married to me is so awful, why don't you just admit you'd rather be with Violet? She's clearly more fun, right?
All right, enough already. You know what? Yeah, maybe she is. At least Violet doesn't constantly criticize me and make me feel like crap for taking a break. Do you have any idea how draining it is to come home every day to a wife who's always complaining about how tired she is? She's a free spirit and actually appreciates how hard I work. Being around her is a relief compared to your constant judgment.
Are you serious right now? If you love spending time with her so much, why don't you just be with her then? Clearly, our marriage means nothing to you. I can't believe you're comparing me to her. I've been taking care of our child alone for months while you work late and ignore us. Did you ever stop to think that maybe I'm always exhausted because I'm doing everything by myself with no help from you?
Maybe I should. At least then I wouldn't be stuck paying the bills for an ungrateful wife who doesn't respect me. You act like taking care of Hazel is some impossible task. Mothers do it every day all over the world. You and Hazel are such a burden sometimes. You think it's easy working my butt off to support you both? I deserve to let loose once in a while.
Wow, I can't believe you just said that. Hazel and I are a burden to you? Well, I am so sorry my cancer and our child are such an inconvenience to your party boy lifestyle. I gave up my career to raise our daughter because you insisted it would be better for her. I didn't ask to get sick, Blake. You know what, Blake? You're right. You should be with Violet. You two selfish, immature jerks deserve each other. Excuse me? Did I just read that correctly? Did you seriously just call your wife and daughter burdens? Blake Redwood Grayson, I've never been so ashamed to call you my son as I am right now. I knew you were being shady, Blake, but this is a new low, even for you. I raised you better than this.
Mom? What the hell? Why are you in this conversation? This is between me and Amber. Are you monitoring our private messages now? This is completely inappropriate. Stay out of our marriage problems. This doesn't concern you.
Well, your father and I have been reading this whole exchange and we are appalled at your behavior. And it absolutely does concern me when you dump your child on my doorstep under false pretenses while you gallivant at the beach. Lying to your wife, neglecting Hazel, running around with some office floozy while Amber is sick. What is wrong with you, Blake?
Oh, great. Now you're taking her side? I should have known. You always coddle Amber and act like she can do no wrong. Of course you'd believe her version of events without even hearing mine. That's so typical of you, Mom. What about me, huh? Does anyone care about how I feel? How hard I work? No, it's just attack Blake all the time.
This isn't about sides, Blake. It's about you mistreating your family. Your father and I didn't raise you to be a liar and a cheat. And I don't need to hear your side when I can see the evidence with my own eyes. Your Instagram posts and the email from your HR department that Amber forwarded to me. Frankly, I don't care how hard you think you work. Nothing justifies disrespecting your marriage vows and abandoning your responsibilities. Blake, I've spent years making excuses for your selfish behavior, telling myself you were just stressed or overworked. I can't believe I wasted so many years on someone who would toss aside his wife and child to relive his glory days with some bimbo.
This is unbelievable! My own parents betraying me and ganging up on me with my wife! All because I took a little vacation! You both act like I committed some horrible crime! I just needed a break! Is that so wrong? Well, you know what? You all deserve each other! I'm done being bullied and guilt-tripped for having a life outside of this family!
You want to talk about betrayal, Blake? You betrayed Amber the second you lied to her and left your daughter to go fool around. Taking a vacation isn't the issue. Lying about it, abandoning your sick wife, neglecting your child, and fraudulently using paternity leave is the issue. You betrayed your father and I by making a mockery of the values we raised you with. The only bully here is you, son.
You know what, Blake? Vacation is over. Fun time with your mistress is done.
It's time to face the consequences of your actions.
I've been thinking about this all night, and I've made my decision.
This isn't something I can forgive or move past.
I want a divorce, and I want you gone from my life. You can have your precious freedom. Freedom from this marriage and your child.
Divorce? Are you crazy? You'd be nothing without me, Amber. How exactly do you plan to support yourself and Hazel without my income? You haven't worked in over 2 years. You need me more than I need you. Good luck getting a dime from me, sweetheart. I have the best lawyers in town on my side. They'll rip you to shreds.
Oh, is that so? Did you forget I'm a partner at the top family law firm in the state? I've been doing this for 20 years, Blake. I've seen cases exactly like this countless times. Cheating husband abandons sick wife and child, lies to employer about paternity leave. You may have had your fun gallivanting with your girlfriend, but playtime is over. If you want to get nasty, I'll bury you and your little mistress.
You heard your mother, Blake. I've got the legal power of Scarlett Grayson on my side now. And trust me, she'll make sure you and Violet pay dearly in this divorce. You seem to forget that I have proof of everything. The Instagram posts, the text messages, the confirmation from your HR about your fraudulent leave. All your lies and deception will be laid bare in court. Your affair, your fake paternity leave, your abandonment of Hazel. Hope it was all worth it.
This is insane! My own mother is gonna represent my wife and screw me over? What kind of family betrayal is this? You can't seriously be threatening to take legal action against your own son! What would Dad say about this? I can't believe you're all turning on me like this over a little indiscretion! What happened to loyalty?
You have the audacity to speak of loyalty from a man who just called his wife and child burdens? Your father is sitting right next to me, and he's so disgusted he can't even look at your messages anymore. He fully supports my decision to help Amber. You turned your back on this family the moment you decided your selfish desires were more important than your vows, Blake.
She's right, Blake. You betrayed and humiliated me. You abandoned our baby. You chose to throw away this marriage for an office fling. I gave you every chance to be honest. I would have understood if you needed a break, if you would just talk to me. This divorce is simply the consequences of your actions. You brought this on yourself with your lies. I hope Violet was worth destroying your family over.
I can't believe I'm being attacked for wanting a little happiness. You're really going to ruin my life over this, Amber? You know what? Fine. If that's how you want to play it, two can play that game. If you go through with this divorce, I swear I'll make you regret it. I'll fight you for every penny, every scrap of custody. I'll drag you through the mud.
Give it your best shot, Blake. With your infidelity and neglect on record, you don't stand a chance in court. I'm done being your doormat. I'm done letting you walk all over me and treat me like garbage. You want to get ugly? Game on. I'd think very carefully about your next move, son. You're already going to pay out the nose in spousal and child support for your adultery. Not to mention the fact that your company could pursue legal action for your fraudulent use of paternity leave. That's grounds for termination and possibly more. If you try to drag Amber through the mud, I'll bleed you and your little girlfriend dry. By the time I'm done, you'll be lucky to afford a studio apartment.
I can't believe this. My own parents siding with my wife to destroy me! This is the ultimate betrayal. I'll never forgive you for this!
Save your breath, Blake. You have no one to blame but yourself for this mess. You destroyed our marriage, not us. And unlike you, I'd rather be alone than with someone who sees me and our child as burdens. At least I'll have my dignity. I gave you every opportunity to come clean and fix this. But you chose to lie and sneak around. Now you'll face the consequences. I suggest you go discuss your options with Violet, Blake. Maybe she'll let you crash on her couch when this is all over. Though I wonder how she'll feel when she realizes you'll be unemployed, broke, and facing possible legal action from your company. In the meantime, Amber and I have a divorce to file. Good luck, son. You're going to need it once I drag all your dirty laundry into court.
Fine. Go ahead with your divorce. See if I care. You two deserve each other. A couple of vindictive, controlling women. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. Don't think this will be easy or quick. I'll fight you every step of the way. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. You'll regret the day you decided to turn my own family against me!
Your threats mean nothing to me anymore, Blake. I've already endured the worst pain imaginable. Betrayal by the person I trusted most. I'll let Scarlett handle the legal side of things from now on. I need to focus on my health and our daughter. Goodbye, Blake. Enjoy the beach with Violet. I hope it was worth destroying your family. Scarlett handled everything while I was in the hospital, so by the time I was discharged, the divorce was already finalized. She arrived with Hazel to pick me up and drive me home, handing me an envelope containing $300,000 in alimony and child support that she had squeezed out of Blake and Violet. I later found out that Blake's company fired him for fraudulent leave abuse, with his male coworkers especially angry that he had ruined paternity leave credibility for everyone. Blake's family cut him off completely, and he soon broke up with Violet. Realizing what he'd lost, Blake keeps texting me, begging to see Hazel and admitting he was wrong. But Scarlett made him sign a restraining order promising to never meet us again, so I ignore all his messages. I'm focusing on my recovery and starting fresh with Hazel, finally free from Blake's toxic influence.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.